Keith Dykes here with W.K.D. Construction. We're in the pool house. We're getting ready to lay out a nice kitchen. That's right, we're gonna lay it out, put it on the floor, chalk everything up, kind of mock everything up so the client can come see it and make sure everything fits. So stick around. All right, so we got in here and we kind of laid out the kitchen roughly on the floor. Wall-to-wall cabinets, going to have a refrigerator on each side. We'll have a 48-inch range in the middle. We'll have to omit these two windows. These two outside ones we'll have to take out and resize, put some vertical fixed casements or some sort of fixed window in there. We have an island right here. It's 4 feet by 8 foot. Dual dishwashers, sink in the middle. Build in a pantry right here with a pocket door, like a baking goods bar, and then a wine and prep area with a sink in it. All right, we're in the kitchen area of the pool house, and I was fixing to look at the ceiling. I just kind of had a lot of issues with the quality of construction in the whole structure. So I was like, well, I'll just check the ceiling, make sure that it's halfway level, and it's really not. So I got the laser set up there. And as you can see, it starts off pretty good till about 10 feet down there, and it gets horrible. I'm talking bad. So if you can see that there, it's probably 5/8. Come over this corner, about an inch, and nearly an inch and a half right there. So I guess we're gonna go back in there and we're gonna sister 2x4s beside each ceiling joist and try to get it halfway level. And then I don't know what we're gonna do about the floor, because this will have cabinets on the whole thing, so it's gotta be level. So we will figure something out and make it right without moving the whole foundation. I mean, there's no, we can't do that. So, but cosmetically we can make it right. All right, here's a little pro tip for you. We're putting up a sleeper board up in the attic space right there to try to get the ceiling joist straight. Instead of chalking a line up on top of them, of course these joists are all crazy. If you can't get up there and chalk a line, just set your laser down here, and you can actually see the laser on every board up top. So you can just set your board up on top and start screwing down. Get it on layout and you're ready to go. Dude. Well, hello. Shall we? Oh, you're going to push that. What are we going to do? Can you push? Oh, too much. There. There it is. Do this one. 2 inch. With a machine. We'll have to jack that thing up Wow, that is horrible. All right, now we got the 2x6 up here. We got the 2x4 already screwed down tight. We got the 2x6 up here. And as you can see, we've got a pretty good gap right here and here. So we're gonna have to have a bar clamp. Clamp on the top, clamp on the bottom of the ceiling joist, and we'll clamp them together. And then we'll just screw the piss out of it and make it a little more rigid. But we're gonna, regardless, we're gonna have to come in and sister up 2x4s right here to get the ceiling flat anyhow. So I'm not really trying to keep it super straight. I'm just trying to give it some rigidity, and then we will come back in and put the sleepers or the sisters up here just to make it cosmetically flat.
Good.
Yeah. All right, like I said, we're just trying to get some of the swag out of there. We're gonna do something else with the ceiling, but this will get a lot of it out of there. Got it, coach.
See it down low. Try on the side of it. You can see inside of it. Yeah, I know.
All right, that's it. That's a stiff back or a strong back. You might hear some other term as well, but that just gets your joist, you know, fairly straight. They should have done this when they framed it actually, and we wouldn't have had so much of sagging in here, because that's it's almost 16 feet wide. So we are going to take 2x4s and sister right beside the ceiling joist and set it right to the laser. That way we will have a flat ceiling. This is what I was talking about when we're sistering up. It may be called something different where you're at, but what I've learned from other people, and this is This is just what they call it around here, is cistern. You just basically take a 2x or whatever you have and laminate it against something else, and we just screwed it instead of nailing it. Screws hold a little tighter, and then if we did have to adjust it for some reason, we can just take the screw out and lower it instead of having to cat paw it out and make a mess.
Yeah, I follow that.
You can see how bad off it was. Now that dude is flat. The power of the clamps.
Hit me with his head.
Yeah. All right, we just went ahead. They had a little hip right here, and they had it all jacked up. We had a little girder. This thing is, I think it's 16 inches down here, and it's 18 inches up here. So you gotta denail all that, move it over 2 inches, and then we'll reframe this little ceiling section back together. Plus everything's been, the whole layout has been off. So we had to go back in and stiff back everything to get it right. Whew. Got it, coach. All right, we took this little girder, we scooted it over, got it straight. And then I took my new ceiling joist that we tied into here, and I raised them up 1.5 inches. I had the laser set up over here, and then raised it up 1.5 inches, and then put these sleepers on the ceiling. That way we could keep all of our ceiling joists laid out in the same direction instead of changing it up. That way we can be just be kind to your drywallers. Helps them out, makes it an easier job. Doesn't have many splices. Well, there it is, y'all. That is our pool house kitchen ceiling level redo. That's a mouthful. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next part. We're gonna do some framing kind of on this back side over here, and do a built-in pantry. So we'll get to that, and thanks for watching.